Strip inaccessible method in security class is recently introduced, and it's quite handy to easily enforce CRUD-FLS security on any set of S-object records. It really works fine with all the normal S-object records, but with protected custom settings, it runs into a security error, which is a false alarm. It's not a real security check. You have the read-write permission, but it falsely fails for read permission. So this video and this blog is my attempt to reproduce this problem, which I feel is a bug in a minimal setup. So to start with, I signed up with a dev.org and I created a managed release package, and in that I put an Apex class which accesses the custom setting and strip inaccessible method. I created 4 custom setting: protected hierarchy, protected list, public hierarchy, public list. So they are available here. You can see I've already uploaded them. They are managed release, and as their name suggests, is their visibility and their type. So protected hierarchy is protected and of hierarchy type. Protected list is of protected and a list type, and same goes for public hierarchy and public list. Every custom setting is exactly same. They do have one single field which is called value, and it is of text 100 type. This is just to keep any randomly stored value, and just as a placeholder to have a meaningful custom setting in the package. Apart from that, there is a placeholder and coverage only test class, because this is not a real managed package I'm uploading. So this is just to let it work. The most important thing is the accessor class, which will run around these custom settings and will fire the strip inaccessible method. So let's take a look at that. So this class is created first of all in a global manner, and the reason it's created global because I want to call this class from the subscriber org where the managed package is installed, and that's the reason and that's the situation where the problem is coming. If I call the methods of this class, they will run easily and they will run without any issue in the managed package environment, basically the packaging org environment. But if I upload this package and install it into a client org, the strip inaccessible method, to be very precise, this line of code, this fails in a falsehood. So to give you a quick peek of this class is all around these 4 custom settings. I have given a handy global method to populate a sample data into all 4 type of custom settings. Then these are 4 assert methods which checks any given access type which client org can pass, and they check if the given custom setting type which the method name represents is having that given access. So there are similar methods for all the custom settings: assert protected list, assert public hierarchy, and access protected hierarchy in the same fashion. And what it does, all of them are doing, is basically they are calling an assert access method, which is very simply calling the strip inaccessible method on the given custom setting records and checking the given access type. What happens is, as I told before, this method falsely fails for protected custom settings in client org at this point, and this piece of code is never executed. There are few other handy methods, like this one is critical one to populate the data. These are very essential global methods to test the various strip inaccessible behaviors on different type of custom settings. And the last method, which is global and it's intentionally kept global, is classic CRUD-FLS report generator. So basically this method is simply generating an access report, which I will show you for all 4 type of custom settings. So it's general a big object describe and all field describe, and it prints out on a debug log that what is the permission looking like. So if I want to give you a quick peek, so this is what I'm doing here. I'm calling accessor.generate classic report, and if I open the logs now, so this is how this report looks like. This is the protected hierarchy custom setting. So if we see, it is having all the required access creatable on the writable fields, like value, name. Same goes for all other settings for creatable, updatable, and accessible access. So this is just a handy method to always test that if we are in a client org, we do have a right permission set and permissions available with us, because at times because of human error we might have a missing permission, but we might be end up blaming strip inaccessible method. So this is just a handy API. So we checked the classic report. Before we move, let's again make sure that we have this method working well in our packaging org. So let me comment this out, and let's call the access protected list method, because these protected ones are the one which are failing. And just to explain, this is a void method. All it does is it throws an exception if there is a problem, otherwise it goes off silently. So we are not checking any other behavior, we are just trying to shout out loud or throw an exception whenever there is a problem. So the exception can come from here if the object access is missing, or it will be forced thrown if the field access is missing. So this is a manual check on the decision which comes out after strip inaccessible. And let's see what happens. So we ran it, and let's see if we got any exceptions. So there is nothing like it, it is all clean. What I have done is I have uploaded this package, and this package is also installed in a client org, and now we will go there. So now this is another dev org. The original package was in this org, and this is another dev org which is having this prefix. As you can see, if I go to install packages, I have this strip test package installed. And if I start testing it now, so I have developer console opened for this client org. So I'm calling this Abhinav dev ed as my client org, because that's where I've installed the package. This is developer console for the client org or the target org in which the package is installed. And I'm still keeping the packaging orgs accessor class open for any reference which is needed. So now we have exposed a bunch of APIs here. We need to call all of them right here and see the behavior. So for that, what I have done is I've created a very simple accessor playground class. What it does is it has a method to populate the sample data in custom settings. We need sample data because all these records need to come up in the client org before we start testing these methods. So I have already done that, so you can safely assume that all the records are created. Now I have created a single method called assert access, which first of all calls this generate classic report, which I have shown you before. It basically calls this one to print the report. This will make sure that all the CRUD-FLS report is generated in the same log file, and we can see that the user currently logged in user is having the required CRUD-FLS access. And then we are having different try catch blocks, and I'm accessing all the access methods which throw exceptions in case there is a security issue. So to start with, this is the protected hierarchy. What will happen is I'm just simply checking the readable access, though I have the right access on the custom setting. And if the method will go fine, there is no access issue, it will print that it is readable. Otherwise, it will print out the exception debug strategies. Similar is done for the protected list, similarly public hierarchy, and so is the public list. So whenever in debug logs you will see public list is readable, that means that the access is perfectly working fine and you can read it. But if we see this exception stack trace and message, that means the strip inaccessible is failing. So without further ado, let's put up a test. Let me clear the log panel, and this is what it is: access playground and assert access. So let's see what happens. So I'm just searching for user debugs because I've printed the exception traces and all the other stuff in debugs. So if we start at top, the first part is the access report. And if we see here, we do have all the record access which is required. So let me search for true here quickly. So if you see protected hierarchy, it is accessible, creatable, updatable, and all the other fields, name, value, they are accessible and creatable as well. There is no issue in that. Same is for public hierarchy, all the required access is available. Same goes for protected list, it is creatable, updatable. The name field is creatable, updatable, true. The value field is so like that. Same is for public list. I will not worry more about public list and public hierarchy because they are working fine. But this protected hierarchy and this protected list is throwing up errors. So now let's just scroll down. Now let me find the user debugs again. So we are done with this report. Now if we go down in the log, see the first exception came that protected hierarchy has no access to the entity. This is the original exception message which is coming. I have not manipulated it at all. So I've just put this thing and the original exception message, which is get access, which is basically this one, no access to the entity. And then I've printed the stack trace in a new line. So this is coming from assert access line 177. And if we go to the line 177 here, so that's where it is. And similarly, this is protected, please note. And if we go down, the protected hierarchy failed. Similarly, protected list failed at the same 177 line number where strip inaccessible was called for the read access. I am checking only the read access for all of them. If we go down, public hierarchy is readable, public list is readable. So this means there is definitely some issue with the strip inaccessible and protected custom setting combination. Also, sometimes if you upload a managed beta packages with the protected custom settings, like I can't upload a beta after adding both these protected custom settings. So I have to do a release. The beta upload managed package was failing into an unknown Salesforce error. So I hope this video reaches up to Salesforce team and they do take the corrective measures to fix the bug. Thank you.